I need to answer at this point, so we're all in the same boat. Who wants to start?
Steve, I was wondering, when you're looking at this Rockets team, like how much do you weigh what you want to lean on with your backcourt in reserves of Livingston's experience, Quinn's youth? How do you handle it?
No different from any other series. You look at matchups, you try to figure out who matches up where and with what lineups, what combinations, but nothing really changes in terms of preparation.
What have you seen out of those two guys so far this season?
Livingston
Quinn.
And Quinn. Shaun's going to be a mainstay. No matter who we play, Shaun will play. Quinn's a little bit more matchup based just because of his size. But we have full confidence in Quinn. I mean, we're not afraid to throw him out there at any time. He's that kind of a player where he's going to make the right decisions.
Is it a skill to be able to muster up so much emotion in a game? Like how some players are able to do that, other players aren't able to emotionally get to that level. Is that a skill in itself?
I think it's the trick is finding out what's best for you personally. Some players are worse when they show too much emotion. Some players are better for it, and you have to find your own balance in the game, your own personality. Draymond needs it. I think Steph is better when he's more joyful and laughing and shimmying, and Andre is very stoic out there. We're all different human beings, and we have to find the best way to perform at our best level. And some of that is emotional.
Where did you find that emotion during your playing days?
I think my best way of finding my balance was being poised and not getting emotional. I would get angry when I got super competitive, and when I got angry I didn't play as well, so I needed to just take a deep breath and be calm, and I could get there sometimes and other times I couldn't.
What about with coaching?
Coaching, I think it's more important for me to stay poised and calm, and then there are times when I break a clipboard, you guys know that, and I try not to do it too often, but I try to get a read for what the team needs. If they need me to be calm, I'm going to be calm, and that's usually the case. But every once in a while, they need to hear me light into them. Or maybe I need to hear myself, I don't know. Steve,
has there been a clipboard broken this season?
One.
Steve, remember the Chris Paul, David West tandem. What do you remember about those back in the New Orleans days and how they played well together?
I don't really remember much about it, to be honest with you. I mean, two great players on the same team. But I don't know. I mean, that was a while ago.
Jordan was talking a minute ago about how frustrated he was when he had that rash of injuries. And at one point, he thought about maybe just sitting out the rest of the season and letting his ankle heal up. Did you notice that his head was kind of down, and did you try to help him through that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the coaching staff's job, is to keep encouraging him, and I think our staff did that. Hard part for Jordan is that he was out for a long time, and while he was out, we kind of went in a different direction with Loon, and Loon's done a great job. So it's one of the hard parts about being an NBA player, and especially a rookie. Once you're out of the loop, it's hard to get back in the loop, but he's done a really good job the last few weeks of working hard, staying engaged. He's played well when we've thrown him out there, and I wouldn't hesitate to put him out there this series.
How much has Chris benefited from playing next to James and sharing the ball handling and playmaking burden as opposed to what you saw all this year?
Well, as far as detail, you'd have to ask him, but I just think it's always easier for everybody to play with great players. The more good players you have on the floor, the easier it is for all of them, because they can take some of the burden off of each other. And so I think we've seen that with those two this year.
How does he change the second unit for them, and just the fact that they stagger those units? And how much does that impact what you have to do with your second?
Well, they basically do the exact same thing. They just have Chris handling the ball instead of James. So the luxury is that they have a great player creating plays for 48 minutes. They never have both those guys off the floor if they can help it. So Mike does a good job staggering them and getting them into spots where they're both controlling the games at different times.
Do you think in some ways Draymond's game has even improved this season?
Draymond? Yeah. I think this is It's been an interesting year because he hasn't had the same motivation trying to get back to the finals. The fourth year, it's tiring, so there's been a physical toll. But I think in some ways this is the best version of him in terms of him walking the line between that competitive desire and keeping his poise. And I think he's grown a lot in that area.
Do you feel like the Rockets are, they shoot a ton of threes, a ton of shots at the rim. Do you feel like by eliminating those mid-range shots, do you feel like they're missing something for their offense?
Well, they added Chris Paul, who shoots a ton of mid-range shots.
But he's still down a lot this year.
Compared to himself in the past, yeah. But compared to where the Rockets were last year, I'm seeing him pull up from the elbows constantly against Utah, against Minnesota. Those are playoff shots. Sometimes in the playoffs, teams take away the three-point line, take away the rim. You need mid-range shots. So I think what Chris has done is he's given them a different dimension. Because James would rather get to the rim or shoot a three. But Chris is great with that mid-range, and it's made them harder to guard.
Do you ever think about, for yourself, trying to kind of do more to maximize those shots at the rim or at the three-point line instead of, obviously you have a very good balance, but kind of trying to get those two shots as opposed to which shots?
You mean threes or layups? We do what we think is best for our team, and so we're comfortable with the way we play.
What defensive position does Kevon give you against the Rockets?
He can switch. He does a good job on guards. And obviously they're an isolation team once everything shakes out. So he'll play a big role in this series, staying in front of Harden and Paul and also protecting the rim.
From Capela?
Meaning what?
How much will he play against Capela?
He'll play quite a bit against Capela. But he could also guard Tucker and A Moute. The whole key these days defensively is can you guard multiple positions and multiple actions, and he can do that. So he's a valuable player for us. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Steve.